what you notice is the market share of OpenAI has changed pretty meaningfully from half to about a third. And what you see is Anthropic doubled, Meta roughly staying the same, Google picking up steam. And it started to make me think this is very similar to a chart that I would have looked at when, in 2006 and 7, when we were building Facebook, because we had this huge competitor in MySpace that was the de facto winner. And we were this upstart. And it made me think, is there a replay of this same thing all over again, where you have this incumbent that pioneers an idea and they start with 100% share. And then all of these upstarts come around from nowhere. And then I thought, well, what is better today if you are a company that's just starting versus if you were the incumbent? And I think that there's a handful that are worth talking about. So the first is, when you look at what xAI has done with respect to NVIDIA GPUs, the fact that they were able to get 100,000 to work as, in one contiguous system and are now rapidly scaling up to basically 1 million over the next year, I think what it does, Jason, it puts you to the front of the line for all hardware. So now all of a sudden, if you were third or fourth in line, xAI is now first, and it pushes everybody else down. And in doing that, you either have to buy it yourself or work with your partner. And I think for the folks like Meta, that translates and explains why they're spending so much more. It's sort of like this arms race. If you can't spend with my competitors, I'm just going to prefer my competitor to you. So I think that creates a capital war. In a capital war, I think the big companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and brands like Elon will always be able to attract effectively infinite capital. And their cost of capital goes to zero, which means they'll be able to win this hardware war. Okay, so put a pin in that.